Hey, good evening, everyone. Give me just 1 minute to get this all set up. Well, hey, good evening, everyone. My name is Dan Whitfield. I'm the independent candidate running for United States Senate here in Arkansas. I'm just going to go ahead and do a fairly short weekly update. There's really not a whole lot to update about, except, of course, the COVID-19 coronavirus. Oh, that's going to come right at me. All right. That close down there. And, alright, so the first thing I wanted to go over was signature collection. Right now, we are at about 3,994 signatures. So that's what I have in hand right now. We're just short of 4,000, so we are getting closer. I know I keep getting messages today, volunteers sending me a message saying that they have a lot of sheets and they're getting them, they're sending them in tomorrow or so. I guess not tomorrow, on Sunday, the next day. So we'll get the count going up more as they come in hand. And if you give me one more second, I'm going to let some more people file on. I'm going to get this barbecue all set up. Just trying to multitask here tonight. Alright. Sorry, I had to go steal my wife's phone so I can actually read the questions as they come. So we have a lot of signatures. We are making progress, but we're still not there. Now, with the COVID-19 epidemic that is going on right now, I did send a letter in to the Secretary of State, John Thurston's office, to see if they'll give us a signature collection extension and extend our deadline. So, specifically what I asked was that they'll extend the deadline to an equivalent amount of days for the amount of time we're under national emergency. I know there's a lot of, Green Party candidates looking for ballot access, Libertarian candidates, and in other states, they've sent in similar extension requests and they've been granted. So we are hoping that they'll grant our request, but I don't know yet. I sent the letter in last week, so it's been an entire week. We haven't heard back. So what I went ahead and did was I sent a copy to the Governor Hutchinson, I sent a copy to the General Assembly, and I also sent a physical copy, certified mail, over to John Thurston's office to make sure that he actually got the letter. So I am working, on that aspect of possibly getting an extension, but we're going to keep planning for the, if they'll say no. So if you can, go to replacetomcotton.com, print out our signature sheet, have your friends and family sign it, and then mail it into our P.O. box. That way we have more than enough signatures in case they don't grant this extension to us, which is likely. Alright, I'm going to come in here, keep checking for questions as they come. Alright, so as you all know, right now, our schools are out here in Arkansas until April 17th. A lot of us are working from home, but at the same time, a lot of us are still out there, especially like healthcare workers, service employees. So we need to make sure to give them an extra thanks for their hard work that they're doing. A lot of them are working extended hours. They are getting offered overtime, which is good, but we need to make sure that, they're understanding how appreciative we are for the hard work that they're doing for us, the risks that they're taking for us. some other things to talk about. One of the big things Hutchinson was talking about earlier was social distancing. Social distancing, what that means we're standing 6 feet apart when we're in public areas, which is because if someone is infected with the COVID-19 coronavirus, just them coughing, they can spread the virus up to 6 feet around them in the air. And I believe it takes more than, last I read, 10 seconds for those germs to drop down below where you don't have to worry about them except stepping on them. So make sure you're practicing safe social distancing. As I was out about today running some errands, I did notice a lot of people aren't really paying attention to the social distancing. It's great. It's a beautiful day today. A little chilly, but a beautiful day. And I was driving past the park and I noticed there are big groups of people just standing right next to each other. People walking down paths, 3 people in a line, passing 3 people in a line. So just keep in mind that social distancing is very important and that it's not only keeping you safe, but you may be infected with COVID-19 coronavirus and not even know it because you're not symptomatic, and you might be, infecting other people. So you want to be safe yourself and keep everyone around you safe. So practice the social distancing. That's really important. Right now here in Arkansas, we have 96 confirmed cases of the COVID-19 virus. 96 confirmed cases, and the number's just shooting up. And the only reason it's at 96 right now is because we're limited on how many people we can test. Realistically, a lot more than 96 people are infected here in Arkansas with the virus. So we need to make sure we are practicing social distancing, and that if you feel sick, if you have a spouse, don't leave your house. Make sure you have enough food to last for a week or so, and just stay at home. Don't risk getting other people sick. Don't risk spreading it. If you're not feeling good, you should be at home resting, making sure your immune system is good. That way you can fight off the virus to the best of your abilities. So we did get an emergency unemployment passed. I believe you can start filing online right now, and they prefer if you do file for unemployment because you were laid off from your job due to the coronavirus, then file online if you can. They don't want so many people going into the labor offices and flooding, getting big groups of people. They don't want that. If you can file online, they'll go ahead and get your benefits passed through to you. That way you can pay your bills and your mortgage and your rent and whatever else you need to pay. Now, we also need to look, what people keep forgetting is we have a lot of self-employed people here in Arkansas whose businesses are suffering due to the coronavirus, and we need to make sure that these self-employed people are being taken care of as well. So, Tom Cotton, if you are watching my live stream, please take that into account when you're looking at passing legislation. We've got to not only take care of our small businesses, we need to take care of our self-employed small businesses as well. We need to take care of our low-wage workers, people who are suffering because maybe they got laid off. Maybe they're a restaurant worker and the restaurant's closed down and now they're only getting 2 days a week instead of 5 days a week where they're not technically unemployed. There are a lot of different variables that are going to be affecting Arkansas families, and we need to make sure that we're looking into all of them when we're putting new legislation forward. Another thing that I think we should also consider, I think we should consider raising the wages of some of our workers that we're so thankful for right now. Healthcare workers that are working overtime, double time, they should be compensated a little bit better, in my opinion. Especially supermarket workers, like grocery stores. Walmart and Sam's Club, they are making a killing. The coronavirus is the best thing to happen to Walmart in the last 15 years. Their stock, their shelves are empty, their stocks are empty. They are making billions and billions of dollars. And if we are putting ourselves at risk running these stores, stocking the shelves, checking people out, I think you all should consider raising your employees' wages just a little bit. That way, as they're going through this epidemic, they can better take care of themselves and their families as well. But like I said, I am going to keep it kind of short today. There's not a whole lot to talk about as far as updates. All of my events are on hold right now. What is most important is public safety. So I'm not going to be shaking hands and going around and talking to hundreds of people every week like I have been doing the last couple months. We are taking a break right now, at least a break as far as meeting people face to face. I'm still on social media full time, making phone calls, answering people, doing all the normal stuff that I can do at a safe distance. But we have canceled all events in the foreseeable future. I'm still hoping to make my April events. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen yet, depending on whether the curve flattens out or not. But hopefully by 420, we'll be able to get to the Green Heart Festival and make a bunch of these different events that are going around. Because I know those are going to be really big signature collection points. As the only candidate that supports the federal decriminalization of cannabis, including nationally expunging cannabis-related crimes, I know 420 is going to be a big signature collection event for us. So hopefully everything will be calmed down by then, but we can't count on that. And because we can't count on that, I'm asking y'all to, share some of my posts, especially my signature collection posts. Share the post with your friends. Get your friends to go to replacetomcotton.com and go to the signature form page. Print out the signature form on legal size paper. Have them sign, their friends and family sign, and then mail it on into our P.O. Box, which is P.O. Box 5099, Bella Vista, Arkansas 72714. And that way they can help us get on the ballot so that people have another option. Now, I want you all to make sure that everyone knows when you sign the sheet to get my name on the ballot, you're not committing them to vote for me. You're not making any kind of commitment at all. You're just saying that my name should be on the ballot, that there should be another choice. And that's what the whole part of our American democracy is having a choice. So whether or not you support Tom Cotton or you don't necessarily agree with how he's been representing you, getting my name on the petition is a good thing. It gives you the opportunity to vote for Tom Cotton or vote for someone else. So keep that in mind when you're having people sign this. Let's see what else I've got on here. I do have a question on here. Do you have any idea why Tom Cotton would promote a conspiracy theory that Iran and China just turned around onto us? Conspiracy theories are really dangerous because there's just no way to tell what's true and what's not true. Everything's just hearsay and speculation. I don't think Iran and China are intentionally trying to bring the COVID virus here. I think that when there's billions of people throughout the world traveling in all these different countries that are already infected, that of course they made it home. We're America. We're the wealthiest nation in the history of the world. We have a lot of people that like to vacation, especially in the colder months like just after December and January. They want to go down to the Bahamas. They want to go to these warmer climates and vacation, and then they come home. The most dangerous thing about the COVID-19 coronavirus is that when you get infected, you're not symptomatic for up to 2 weeks. That means you can be incubating this virus, spreading it to everybody around you for 2 weeks and not even have a symptom or know you have it. And because of that, it's a really dangerous disease, virus, not disease, sorry. Now, we will start to see the cases rise here in Arkansas. We've already started to see it. We're up to 96 now, just from 22 the other day, and it's going to continue to rise. And because of that, we have to be practicing social distancing. We have to make sure that we're staying safe and keeping the people around us safe as well. Let's see, being paid more for workers still working at Walmart, absolutely. So these workers that are still out there putting themselves and their families at risk because they have bills to pay just like you and I, they should be compensated more, especially when their companies are profiting billions and billions of extra dollars and making a lot of money from this epidemic. Can we get an extension on signatures? So I have filed with the Secretary of State, or I haven't filed with the Secretary of State. I sent him a letter, the Honorable John Thurston, asking for an extension for signature collection. I haven't gotten a response yet. It's been about a week. So I went ahead and I sent the same letter over to Governor Hutchinson and to the General Assembly Director. And I'm hoping that they can respond to us here soon. But I mean, with this, national crisis and this state crisis that we're in the middle of right now, I'm sure they're very busy, have a lot on their plate, and they'll get to us as soon as possible. Now, in many other states where libertarians and Green Party members are working on gaining ballot access, they've been sending in similar extension requests just like the one I sent in, and they've all been being approved. So I'm hoping that we'll have the same outcome here, that they'll approve my extension, but we need to expect the worst that they won't. And because of that, we need to make sure that we're sharing my posts asking for signatures. We still need to hit that 10,000 goal, and we're running out of time. And it's getting harder. The challenges are really, I mean, it's a lot more challenging now that we don't have events that we can go to. Before, I was able to go to an event and get 200 signatures, get 300, 500 signatures, and that helped a lot. But we can't do that anymore. So if you see one of my posts asking for people to go and, to replacetomcotton.com, a signature collection form, sign, have their friends and family sign and mail it in, share that post. That way we can get as many signatures as possible. Just from last Saturday until yesterday, I had received, I think, 700 signatures in the mail. So, I mean, that's outstanding. That's wonderful. But that's still not quite where we need to be. I need to be getting at least 1,400 to 1,500 signatures every single week, which is a lot of signatures. So if you all can, please print out our form, sign it, have your friends and family sign it, mail it on in to P.O. Box 5099, Bella Vista, Arkansas 72714. Let's see here. Did I have any other questions? I'll do a quick recap. This is going to be a shorter live stream today. Oh, actually, give me just 1 second to check my asparagus over here. But we do have a little ways to go. We are at 3,994 signatures, so we're just under 4,000. We're making good progress. We've got a little ways to go, though. So I have boosted a couple posts throughout the state talking about signature collection, asking for Arkansans to help with their support and get some signatures from their friends and family. So hopefully those posts will be received well, and we can get some, even more signatures in the mail here soon. Let's see here. Oh, thank you. I love this swing too. It's great. We don't get to use it enough, but it's really awesome. My daughter loves it as well. So, let me see here. Yeah, we will beat Cotton. We will. The biggest challenge that we're facing is just ballot access. Once we get our name on the ballot, it's a done deal. A lot of... Huh? It's not overcooked. I just checked it just now. But, the biggest challenge is ballot access. Once we're there, it's a done deal. We just need to get the ballot access, which requires 10,000 signatures. The new strategies are proposed to get signatures now that conditions have changed due to COVID-19. So the new strategies, basically at this point, I want everyone social distancing, and I want everyone to, public safety is what's most important. I want you all to take care of yourselves and your families first. Now, what I'm going to do is all of the mail that I've been getting with signatures, I open it all outside, use gloves, wash my hands, and we've been keeping the signatures separate from everything else. That way, if someone that does have COVID-19 coronavirus did mail something in, we're not catching it, keeping our family safe. But, even if you may have it and you're staying at home, just print out the sheet, sign it, have your friends and family sign it, and mail it on in. Now, another thing that I'm going to do, I went out and I bought some stamps and envelopes today. If you would like to sign our petition and show support for helping replace Tom Cotton, send me a message and I will mail you a signature sheet with the return envelope with the stamp. All you have to do is just take it out of your mailbox, sign it, have your family and your friends sign it, put it right back in your mailbox. Really easy. I'm going to make it as easy as possible for y'all to help us get your signatures. Yeah, I think we actually got this swing, I think for like around $150 at Walmart. It was a pretty good deal. Yeah, the squirrels love it too, actually. Let's see here. So, real quick, just to go back over what I had gone over real fast. 3,994 signatures in hand that I have with me right now, so just under 4,000. I did send a letter to the Secretary of State, Honorable John Thurston, asking for an extension. I haven't heard back. It's been more than a week, so we are expecting the worst, and we are going to continue going for that 10,000 signature goal. The schools are out until April 17th, so enjoy this time with your family. If it's a beautiful day like we've been seeing, go out for a walk. Now, make sure when you're going out for a walk, it's a little bit easier for me. I live in the middle of nowhere. There's no one around, but I was driving by the park earlier and I noticed people were out enjoying the weather, but everyone's clumped together in little tight circles talking. Just make sure you're giving yourself a 6-foot distance, because if someone has the virus, they're not symptomatic for 2 weeks, which means they may be able to infect you. They don't know it, and just you being within 6 feet of them and them talking to you, you can catch the virus. And then you won't even know it for 2 weeks and you can spread it. So it spreads very easily, so be careful. Unemployment, we need to make sure that our unemployment benefits are also taking care of our self-employed Arkansans, because not everybody is getting laid off or losing their job. Not everyone is under those exact circumstances that qualify for unemployment. So make sure that if someone, if we have workers who, say, work at a restaurant and they normally work 5 days a week and now they're stuck working 2 days a week, we have to make sure workers like that are also being taken care of so that they can take care of themselves and their families. We need to consider raising wages for healthcare workers, because they are putting their lives and their families' lives on the lines to take care of us. And we should also consider...
They're already making so much money. Even how much they make, you'll be surprised.
I understand, but not all of them are. And we also need to consider Walmart and all of our supermarket and grocery store employees. Walmart is making a killing. The best thing to happen to Walmart in the last 15 years is the COVID-19 coronavirus. They're making billions of dollars. Their shelves are empty. Their stocks are empty. We need to make sure that they're paying their employees well enough that it's okay that they're putting their lives at risk to take care of us, to show them some of our appreciation. And I guess other than that, just stay safe. Use this time to, spend it with your family. Maybe get some spring cleaning done. But what's most important is that you're all safe. So I am, man, it is really short. I'm only at about 26 minutes. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask me some questions. I'll answer for the next few minutes before I wrap up. Let's see. Oh, I mean, all I can have is but patience for the governor, because right now I can't imagine the pressure that he's under from both his constituents, the local government, and the federal government. Hopefully they'll be able to get back to me as soon as possible. But like I said, we should expect the worst. It would be great if they granted us the extension like all these other states are doing for candidates. But if they don't, we need to make sure that we do hit that 10,000 signature mark. Let me see here. With the possibility, some way to accept signatures electronically. So I wish we could just go online and do a digital petition. The thing is if we did a digital petition, I guarantee we could have 100,000 signatures in one day. So I don't know if they'll do something like that, just because it makes it so hard for them to verify. Because anyone can just go online voting records and, and falsely put someone's name. Now, it is a felony to do that, so maybe it won't be happening as much. I don't know. I mean, depending on the answer I get from the Secretary of State, we'll explore that avenue, but I wouldn't plan on it, unfortunately. How will financial contributions to my campaign be used now to get signatures, perhaps boosting posts? Yes, Mr. Jim, exactly. So right now, I've been spending a little bit of money on social media boosting, where I am making posts about about getting signatures to help replace Tom Cotton. And I've been boosting those posts all throughout the state, getting more and more people aware of our campaign, and it's been working. I've been getting new likes, new follows, more interaction with constituents, and people are mailing us in that probably wouldn't have before. So that is what I'm using a lot of my funding for right now. We do have around $4,000 cash on hand still, so we have some money that we can use for social media boosting. I don't think the opportunity to have paid canvassers is available any longer with the epidemic going on. So it will be mostly about boosting with social media and getting people aware of our campaign. That way they can get the signature sheets to us. Let's see here. Give me 1 second to check my asparagus one more time. I think it should be getting pretty close. Oh yeah. All right. Oh, another thing that we should be kind of considering and thinking about is the President of the United States just declared that schools are going to be out for the remainder of the year. Now, here in Arkansas, our governor has not, what's the word I'm looking for? He hasn't gone along with that. He says we're going back to school April 17th in case it gets worse. So we'll see where we're at in the next couple weeks on whether or not we're going to be continuing our children in school after April 17th. I mean, the federal government does per se, but it's not like states have gone against what the federal government has said before. So it's hard to say exactly what's going to happen. And when Hutchinson was talking about it, he was also talking about if the numbers continue to rise, then they'll take further action, which the numbers are going to continue to rise, so they will probably take further action. Oh, absolutely. I'd like to see targets in northeast Arkansas and south Arkansas, places like Jonesboro. So definitely, I'm working on getting more volunteers, but again, you know, with this epidemic going on, it's really hard for volunteers to go out and get signatures. I mean, the safest way for us to do this right now is just for someone to go to replacetomcotton.com, print the form, sign the form, and mail it in to me. That way I can safely handle the signature sheets myself and get them somewhere where we're not exposing our family and none of our volunteers are being exposed at the same time. Hey Lee, oh, we're doing well. My wife and I, we're both working from home right now. I believe until April 3rd at this point. So we've been getting to spend a lot of time together, which has been really hard with my campaign, so it's been really good for us. Getting to spend a lot of time with my daughter. It's really hard campaigning. I know, Mr. Lee, you're doing the same thing right now, and you have a really young little one. So this time together has been really nice. What's up, baby girl? Yes. But we're doing well. We're staying safe. We're practicing social distancing. We're making sure they can't see over there. You're good. We're making sure that you know, the people around us are safe, and you know, we're washing our hands a lot, not touching our face, just common sense stuff. We're washing everything with Clorox wipes before we bring it in our house. Another precaution we take is as soon as we get home, we take our clothes off and put them in the dryer on high heat. Helps kill the virus and things like that. But we're doing really well. I'm feeling a lot better than last week. I was a little sick. I don't think it was corona. But yeah, we're all feeling a little bit better now, fortunately. Let's see here. All right. So I don't really see any more questions. We're about 30 minutes in right now. If y'all do have any more questions, just let me know, and I'll answer your questions that you have. Yeah, just wash them, absolutely. But, you know, just stay safe and enjoy this time with your family. And if you're really struggling because your job has laid you off, I'm so sorry. Make sure you check out different ways the government is trying to help you right now. Check out unemployment benefits, see if you qualify. Most people should qualify. The ones that are really going to be in a hard spot are self-employed Arkansans, and then Arkansans that might be wait staff or working at a restaurant where your hours were changed from 5 days a week down to 2 days a week or something like that. So we do need to make sure we're taking care of all Arkansans during this worldwide epidemic and national crisis. But, you know, just thank you all so much for your continued support, your help, your signatures, everything you all do for us. I couldn't have the possibility to represent a better group of people. Y'all are just so amazing. Thank you so much. But my name's Dan Whitfield. I am the independent candidate for United States Senate here in Arkansas. Make sure to check out replacetomcotton.com. Stay safe during this epidemic. Take care of yourself and your families. May God bless y'all, and may God bless America.